Hello, this is my first video on our YouTube channel, and this YouTube channel, it's a yogic YouTube channel. What I want you to understand is that this exercise, it's merely for you to relate it into your yogic practice. Instead of just moving your spine as a whole, or maybe as a three parts joint, the lumbar spine, thoracic spine and cervical spine, to understand it in a little bit more depth and understand how each part of your spine can move separately in different directions, and incorporate that and put that into your asana practice, or maybe a little bit into your meditation practice. So this exercise is rolling waves against the wall. These rolling waves have been presented to me through the Ido Portal method, and they are an excellent way to mobilize your whole spine. I do them almost every day. The idea is to stand not that far away from the wall, let's say one hand sideways, distance away from the wall, and do not rely on the wall to support you. Support yourself and your movement, and be really active while you're doing this. Move slow, but move active, support yourself, be responsible of the movements that you do. What we're going to do is first place our hip bone against the wall, so maybe 5 to 10 centimeters away from the wall. We're going to move the hip bone away as we place our abdomen in the wall, lower rib cage against the wall, send the hips back, then upper rib cage against the wall, chin, nose and forehead. From here, the pubic bone wants to move back again into the wall. This is what creates the rounding in the spine. Pubic bone again in the wall, the forehead moves away from the wall, and then the abdomen, the ribs, lower and upper, chin, nose, forehead, and back again into the pubic bone. As you practice, the more you practice it, you'll become better at it. So move a tiny bit away. Remember, only one part of your body at a time is touching the wall. That could be your pubic bone, your lower abdomen, your upper abdomen or your lower ribs, your upper ribs, your chin, your nose and your forehead. Only one of those at the time touches the wall. As you move a little bit more away, you'll feel and see these movements a little bit bigger. So the pubic bone moves towards the wall. I'm in a deeper back bend right here. Then I move my lower abdomen against the wall. If I need some help, I can use my fingers. I move my hips away from the wall, my lower ribs, my upper ribs, my chin, my nose and my forehead. You see, I'm quite far away from the wall. As soon as I want to put my pubic bone against the wall, what happens is I do this rounding of the spine to move away from it to become balanced. I bend my knees and I move my tailbone out. Now here, it's common that you feel a little bit of compression on your lower back. If that's so and that's you, I recommend you to move a tiny bit closer to the wall if that happens. So again, the pubic bone touches the wall, then the tailbone moves out as your lower belly touches the wall, upper belly, lower ribs, upper ribs, chin, forehead, pubic bone. This is the back bend, and this is the rounding of the spine. This movement, once you get the feedback from the wall, the next step is to do it as you stand. For example, pubic bone moves forward, and the abdomen moves forward, and the lower ribs forward, and the chest forward and up, chin, nose, forehead. And from here I round from my lower back. Tailbone moves in first, lower belly in, and lower back back, middle back back, moving your rib cage in, chin, and chest. This is the same position I was against the wall. And same thing again. The pubic bone moves forward and up. My lower belly moves forward and up. My lower ribs forward and up. My chest forward and up. And I come back to these waves. I can do it really small like I'm doing right now. They can be quite big. I can move forward and back in this motion with my arms. And I can do the same thing also the other way around. What does that mean? Instead of doing from your pubic bone up to your forehead, do the other way around. Forehead, then your nose, then your chin, then your chest, then your lower ribs, then your belly, then your pubic bone. Same thing again. I'm trying to move my abdomen back already. Then my forehead touches. Then my pubic bone moves back as I bring my nose up, my chin up, my chest up, my lower belly, my abdomen, and my hips. Same thing. Waving against the wall is the feedback for you then to use it. For example, in your cats and cows, as you do a cat and cow, inhale, move from your nose. Maybe start the movement from your nose, chin, then the chest moves forward. My lower back is not yet in a back bend, not more than where it is in a normal, my day-to-day. Then my lower back moves there, and then to finish off the movement, I need to move my pubic bone as well in the same direction. This gives me the cow position. If I want to move to a cat position, I can do it either from my hips or from my forehead. Let's start from the forehead. Chin moves in, forehead moves forward and in, then the chin moves back, then my chest moves back. Now notice that my hips, my tailbone is still out. Then I do middle back back, lower back back, tailbone moves in, and I end up in this deep forward bend of the spine. Don't forget that forward bend, we have forward bend from the spine and forward bend from your hips. Even though my hips are not forward bended here, my spine is the one that is forward bending, and this exercise is for your spine. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want more videos, please let me know what are you looking for in terms of yoga, and if you have any questions, please write them down below. Thank you very much for listening. Namaste.